Once I understood this advice, I was no longer controlled by fear. I used to feel very anxious and uncomfortable during every interaction or just a simple speech, but this rule turned everything around. First, reframe fear as excitement. Imagine you having many sport cars, but it feels wrong to drive them like a regular Civic, so you break the rules and push your limits. You surely find yourself in near-death situations, but why aren't you scared, even though there's a huge chance that you could die? Fear and excitement trigger similar physical responses in the body. Both can make your heart race and your palms sweat. The difference lies in how you interpret the sensations. When you label an experience as frightening, you focus on potential dangers and worst-case scenarios, which can cause hesitation and avoidance. However, by shifting your mindset and telling yourself that you're not scared but excited for this challenge, you reframe the situation in a positive light. The simple change in perspective helps redirect your nervous energy into motivation and action. Instead of feeling stuck, you become motivated to engage with the challenge ahead. This technique is especially useful in high-pressure situations, like public speaking. Instead of thinking of speaking as someone to be feared, you can reframe it as an exciting opportunity to connect with others and share your message. By consciously replacing fear-based thoughts with excitement-based ones, you improve your performance. Over time, this shift trains your brain to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats, making you more resilient and adaptable. Moving on to the next step. Ask yourself, is the decision worth the fear? Listen to this important lesson. Ever since school, whenever I had to speak in front of the class, meet new people, or approach someone I like, I felt overwhelmed with emotions. I was simply stressed, overthinking my every move just to appear the best and impress everyone. But this hesitation only makes the fear worse. Next time, just ask yourself, is this decision you're facing one that will have a lasting and major impact on your life? If not, then what's the point letting fear control you? Often you let fear dictate your actions, even when the stakes aren't as high as they may seem. When you step back and evaluate a situation, you may realize that the consequences aren't as severe as you imagined, and the fear is disproportionate to the situation. If the decision isn't life-altering, fear only holds you back from opportunities for growth and progress. By recognizing that many fears are based on exaggerated possibilities rather than reality, you can free yourself from hesitation and take action. It's important to ask yourself whether the fear is truly justified, and if not, you can choose to move forward with confidence, knowing that the potential benefits often outweigh the risk that you've imagined. Next up, there is a universal experience, something that every person, whether a multimillionaire CEO or an ordinary individual, has in common. It's not something that will ever completely disappear. As long as you continue to step outside your comfort zone and challenge yourself, fear will always be present. However, instead of seeing it as a sign to stop, recognize it as a natural part of growth. Fear isn't a barrier, it's an indicator that you're pushing your limits and expand your potential. The pain position versus the power position. Fear affects you differently depending on how you handle it. In the pain position, fear takes over, making you feel helpless and even depressed. It keeps you from taking actions and moving forward, making you avoid challenges because fear feels too overwhelming to face. On the other hand, in the power position, fear still exists. You don't let it control you. You recognize it, but you keep going anyway. Instead of stopping you, fear pushes you to grow and become stronger. The key to dealing with fear is shifting from pain position to the power position. This means changing on how you view fear, not as something bad that holds you back, but as something that can help you move forward. When you do this, you take control, build confidence, and make progress, even in the face of fear. Point 4. Hidden payoffs and staying stuck. Many times you stay in unfulfilling situations because there are hidden payoffs that keep you from living. In this bestseller book written by a renowned psychologist, it is stated that these payoffs can come in many forms, such as the sense of security and the comfort of avoiding change. These payoffs can be subtle, but they are powerful enough to keep you from moving forward. By becoming aware of these hidden rewards, you can recognize the trade-offs you're making. The awareness gives you the power to consciously choose whether you let go of these payoffs and embrace change or remain in a situation that no longer serves you. Understanding these payoffs helps you to break free from self-imposed limitations, allowing you to move forward more fulfilling and growth-oriented choices. The key is acknowledging these factors, which empowers you to make better decisions and take steps in a positive direction. When you avoid risk and stay safe, you might protect yourself from short-term discomfort, but the long-term impact is a sense of powerlessness and anxiety. Choosing to push through fear, however, builds confidence and resilience. Step 5. Action before confidence. Many people fall into the trap of playing the when-then game, thinking, when I feel better about myself, then I'll take action. However, the truth is that action must come first, followed by a sense of confidence. When you take steps to making something happen, you not only overcome fear, but also build self-confidence in the process. Here's the most important thing. Confidence does not come before action. It comes as a result of taking action. Waiting for the feeling of confidence to appear before acting is a losing strategy, because real growth and progress happen when you push through fear and take initiative regardless of how you feel in the moment. For example, if you fear public speaking, you can't wait until you feel fully confident to speak in front of the audience. The confidence will come as you take action and face the fear directly. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. 6. Break down your fear. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Is it the fear of failure, judgment, or pain? Fear often feels overwhelming, but breaking it down into specific components makes it easier to understand and address. By identifying the root cause of your fear, whether it is the concern of not succeeding, the worry of what others might think, or the anticipation of emotional or physical discomfort, you gain clarity about what you're truly facing. Understanding your fear is the first step in taking control of it. Instead of being paralyzed by an unclear, overwhelming sense of dread, you can pinpoint exactly what you're up against. Once you know what the fear is tied to, you can find ways to manage it, reduce its power over you, and take actionable steps forward. By dissecting the fear, you turn it from a vague, intimidating obstacle into something more manageable, making it easier to tackle and move beyond. For instance, if the fear is public speaking, break it down. Is it the fear of forgetting your words or the fear of being judged? Once you understand what you're truly afraid of, you can prepare for those specific challenges, making the situation feel more controllable.